that's what we're gonna do. You know, we're gonna collect all these belts too as well.
I feel like the pot of gold at the end of that rainbow is the Terrence fight. Do you think he sticks around long enough to fight you?
I mean, I heard after his last fight, he did like an interview. Or somebody asked him a question about him fighting me, and I heard him say he's not gonna fight me. You know,
Why? Why?
yeah, I guess he said not come back down to 154. So let that man enjoy his victory. You know, he just beat Canelo. You know, the face of boxing. So which that makes Canelo. I mean, that makes Crawford the face of boxing at the moment. And yeah, he earned the right to fight whoever he want to fight. You know, and yeah.
Were you surprised?
Oh, good job, Jaron. Good job, Boots. Good for you, brother. Was it that hard, buddy? Was it that hard? You need to stop soaking up those Eddie Hearn habits, man. You know? But the truth of the matter is with this, I wasn't even going to do a video on this. Somebody actually wanted me to speak on this. I actually avoided this clip because we've already bodied Boots. There's, you know, there really ain't shit else to say. But you want my comment on it? Like I said, congratulations for entering adulthood. This is what we call giving credit where credit is due. That's something where if you're not a hater, it's easy to do. And if you struggle to do it, you struggle with some hate, some immaturity, and probably some other issues. You know, I would love to believe that Jaron came here out of his sheer epiphany that, you know, he was doing or attempting to do Terrence Crawford wrong in the way he was going about his career, attaching it to Terrence Crawford wasn't as smart. I would love to think that he had that epiphany, but he didn't. The truth is the shit got so bad. His reputation is so Swiss cheesed at this point. There's so much information out there about you. We have completely pulled your pants down, exposed your shit streaks, you know what I'm saying? Put it on camera and blasted it on the internet. So therefore, he's getting all the criticism that he deserves. That he figured it's best to just give Crawford a little bit of credit, because that's where people really, that's where you really tip the scales not in your favor by doing. People may not have been listening to me, hear that, and the third, but when they saying how you react with Terrence Crawford, I'm talking about you didn't watch the fight, you ain't interested, yet you keep this man name in your mouth. You say you do everything better than him. You didn't even want to go in there and compare how you did in sparring and compare how Crawford did to fighting Canelo. You had no interest in that, but you had interest in everything else. Didn't nobody buy that, and it was the fakest shit in the world. The fakest shit you could have did was pretend like you ain't watched that fight. That left a lot of people that liked you very uncomfortable with who they think you might be. And like I said, you that fake humble guy. You that type of guy. So yeah, he gonna be like, yeah, he's the face of it. You could have said this the very first time, bro. Don't act like you and your father didn't have a conversation about this fight. Don't act like you didn't go back and watch the fight. Don't act like you wasn't watching the fight that night. You was. But you just didn't want to give no credit, no recognition to Crawford. And look at you now. Look at you now. Now, basically, you've been hit over the head with a virtual glass bottle, and they tired of your shit. Everybody tired of you, bruh. Everyone's tired of you in this shit. People tired of me talking about you. But I'm not. I love to expose what fakeness is because I can't stand this shit. I can't. You could have just gave your credit from Jump Street. All right. You keep wanting to play these politrick games with Eddie. It's a bad look on you professionally. And it's a bad look with the fan base that Eddie needs to sell you to. All right. Now, during all this time, people talk about this and people talk about you like a dog. All right. Did you expect Mexican fans to stand up for you or something? Because that's what you was lobbying for, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Look at all those people who had great things to say about you when you was sparring Canelo. All right. But the second you got this heat put on your ass, they ain't say shit about you. They ain't worried about you, Jaron. They agree with us. Stop trying to play that politrick game. You and Shakur need to quit the shit, bro. Quit it. All right, Jaron, you're not that fucking talented. Fine. But how are you going to hate on the most talented, legit fighter on top of that? Now that's disrespectful. It's the same thing I said with fucking Canelo. Canelo, you want to go around here cherry picking bullshit? Fine. Don't hold up real fighters. Let them get these belts. Let them become something so they can become the next you, so everybody won't have to worry about you and you won't have to worry about everybody leaning on you. It's just that simple. When y'all start doing that shit, that's when that shit become illegal. After a while, I didn't mind what Canelo was doing. I was minding that was holding up progress. Jaron, you want to get in there and get your money and shit like that, bro? Get it, man. But don't throw or don't allow somebody to put a battery in your back to tear down somebody like Terrace Crawford, because it only backfired. And it shed a light on you. And let's face it, talking about Crawford is shining a light on you that you can't bear. You can't take it. He like, damn, bro, they already talk about my next opponent, Eddie. They already sitting down doing the math and figuring out what you gonna do next. So what are we gonna do when we actually pick the guy that they accuse you of finna pick? Then we gonna look like clowns again. Straight up, bro. Because people are on it now. And like I said, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I ain't never seen nothing like this. This is how you know it's bad. I've never seen nothing like this with a white hype job. That's how you know it's bad. With a white hype job, I ain't seen no shit like this. You know? I mean, hell. Even Triple G fought Canelo. I mean, he ain't did much, but at least it's something. You know? At least Tank did a little something. Wasn't much, but a little something. You ain't did shit. And sitting up there like you proud of it. And then talking to Usman Lima like, oh yeah, you not on this level. You ain't never performed in front of 20,000, 15,000. You know, more like 6,000, buddy. Yeah, 6,000. All right. Okay. Let me put it in a way that people can truly understand. In a nutshell, Jaron's been acting like a PBC fighter. Tell me I'm lying. He's been acting like a PBC fighter. They lazy, they don't want to do this because it ain't enough money. Then when it is enough money, they still turning it down. It is what it is, man. But you just could have gave it credit from Jump Street. That'll save you a whole lot of fucking scrutiny, bro. You know, just by not being a hater. You know. I mean, Rolly Romero is not the best fighter in the world. But his sudden attitude and character shift has actually got some people liking Rolly. Just a simple shift of character. Simple. People actually like him now. You know, he's one of the worst fighters ever. You know, it's a million ways to go about it, bro. All right? I guess if Adrian Broner could get his shit together, he would sell tomorrow. With all the losses, with all the... He just got a character people will flock to, even me. You know, there's a lot of ways to make money in this game, man. You actually don't have to be that guy to make some good boxing money. Just be a guy that can put in some good work, carries a pretty good... Be a Sean Porter. You pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he just should have gave it up from Jump Street. And that'll curb a whole lot of fucking criticism. It's that type of shit that set the world on fire because nobody liked him going over there to Canelo. Not that people didn't want him to grow. It's just that you know how racist these Mexican is. And we're personally tired of you guys feeding into that shit for them to come back and use that shit, because black fight fans on the internet, we attack. We can't go in our own space and like our own shit and stuff like that without being attacked from other people. We don't go around on other people's shit. That's what you help feed into, and that's why I particularly don't like people like him and Shakur. Like, comment, subscribe, Bruce Van, I'm out.
Were you surprised he